Guys, I don't even want to do the podcast.
The podcast is canceled.
I don't even want to do this right now. It's only 2 of us. Lou had to work tonight. This is the bitter jury, and you better believe I am so bitter right now. Like, I can't even explain it. I'm trying not to curse. I'm really, really pissed, though.
Yeah.
So, anyway, you're here with Kelly.
I'm Jacob, and I'm decidedly less pissed because, you know, I'm not Erica right now.
Yeah. Ugh, God. So let's get this over with. Okay, go ahead, Jacob. Go ahead.
I'm excited to do this podcast. We have so much to talk about.
Other than, like, up until the eviction, like, it was going pretty great.
Yeah, we have so much to talk about. So, before we get to that eviction, we need to talk about Ryan and how he went through basically the stages of grieving, like right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
He was like, I can turn this around. I'm going to turn this around. You know, I'm not going to give up. And then
I appreciated that. Like, as someone who, from being 19, where we had people, as soon as they were on the block, they basically, like, they'd let other people do crap for them. Like, I really appreciated that. Anyway, yeah. Keep going.
So yeah, we saw Ryan refuse to give up. We saw him you know, have some conversations. What he was saying was really landing for me. If I was somebody in that house, if I was, say, Erica, and I heard what Ryan had to say, I would be buying it. He said, like, look, I'm going to be gunning after Derek and Kayla. If you keep me, what's Will going to do? He can't do anything.
Exactly. He was making, yeah.
He's 6'4", 6'7", and he looks pretty. He can't win anything. And then what I wish he would have said, though, that he didn't is or maybe I didn't catch it, is that he's unpopular. So, like, if I'm Erica, I would love that argument. If hey, take me to the end, and I'm the person that you're gonna win against, you know?
Yeah, no, he did make that argument when he was he said, because Paris made a comment about how, well, he's my best friend in the house. That's the only thing really holding me back. And Ryan was like, well, the more the weeks go on, it's just going to get harder and harder and harder. So would you rather get him out now, or when it's less difficult, or final 3, final 2, or final 4, final 3, when it's going to be even more difficult, like one of the most difficult decisions of your life. Yeah. So he was making every argument that he should have been doing as a like, if we had seen the vote as is, like, he was going to be evicted. So once again, it's just another example of the house being, like, not really thinking about it. Anyway, God, I'm so frustrated. Okay.
So so Ryan does his best to get himself out of trouble, and Will just doesn't really do anything. He sits and he looks like Will does, and
looks pretty.
Yeah. So we don't really have much to say on Will's side, but we do have kind of an entertaining competition. Make a salad.
With the Wendy's.
Brought to you by Wendy's.
Oh my God.
The Frosty.
It was so funny. So, like, it takes me, like, Big Brother, I love watching this show, but I don't really laugh too many times. I think the last time that I laughed, it's pretty recent, was during the when they were hungover, the HOH where they were all hungover. That was really funny. But this one, like, so Olivia was given a task inside of the task where, because normally it was originally where 2 teams were trying to go against each other, and whichever team won, that team would be getting a video from home, and they were really excited about it. And then Olivia got this secret task where she would have to go and not be a part of the team, and instead go take a shower instead of make the salad, and then take a nap instead of make the salad, and then eat a salad instead of making the salad. And she pulled it off so well.
Yes, she did.
People are getting pissed off at her. People are like, when her team eventually wins, Will shouts out, "We won and not you, Olivia. Like, you're not in this." Oh man, that was it was so perfect. I loved it. She was a gem in that scene.
Yeah, you know, that bringing up how Will sort of reacted is sort of it's so reflective of his personality type. He plays so emotionally, and so like he gets so upset all the time, and it's annoying for me to see. But
no, I can kind of tell that, like, because I haven't seen the feats too much, but seeing Will, like, his outbursts more and more, these don't seem just like really secluded events. Like, it seems like this is kind of his personality, where he seems to be more aggressive, and kind of more angry. I don't know if that's like the best word, but like he seems to be more angry, and so
he's definitely pouty. He's definitely
there we go.
He's like a 6-year-old, you know. I would give anything right now to trade Will for Hamza. Like, I want Hamza back in the house so bad.
I want Hamza back in the house. And that's coming from someone who was kind of glad to see him go, because I didn't want to see. But I mean, not like he was doing okay. Just production just kept shoving him down our throats, and I was kind of tired of it. But yeah, I'd much rather have Hamza than Will. And yet here we are in this terrible, terrible timeline.
Here we are.
Thanks, Canada.
It is a dark timeline indeed. But we did see Arissa told us early on in the episode that the twist was used.
As soon as she soon as she said that, I was so pissed off.
And as soon as that happened, I had a feeling that, you know, it was going to be Ryan, because we had some people campaigning on social media for Ryan to stay, which, I mean, I think is probably the more interesting person to stay if you're going to use the twist. It really does suck for whoever is eventually put on the block, but, you know, if you're going to have twists in the game, they might as well affect the game in a huge way.
Ugh, God. Should we just get on to it? Yeah, like, I don't even know what else. Like, my mind is so focused.
Let's talk about that for an hour. Let's talk about this for an hour. Let's go ahead.
Okay, so it's revealed at like 10 minutes before the episode is over that Ryan was saved.
Mm-hmm. And so happy about that, by the way.
You're happy about it. I'm like, okay, here's step one of what I said was going to happen yesterday. Ryan's going to get, like, I'm really afraid that if Ryan gets saved, then Erica's going to be put up, right? And so then it goes to commercial break, which I'm pissed off about, but then I realized, okay, it's probably important. That way at least my girl Erica can have a chance to try to save herself and get the votes that she needs.
Right.
And then when it comes back from commercial break, we see Kayla pull, I can't remember who she was in there.
Erica was in there first.
Yeah.
And so, Erica was like, hey, will you put Maddie up?
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, I'll kind of see what happens. I need to talk to everyone. And then she was like, okay, everyone else, you're gonna vote for Erica, right? If she goes up on the block, you're not gonna vote Will out. And everybody except for Allie.
Allie, I actually appreciated that. Like, Allie was like, I think it's too soon. And I'm like, yes, Allie, yes, fight for Erica. Like, I know that you don't think that, you know that we need to get her out sooner rather than later, but don't have her come out yet. She deserves to be in jury. Oh, man.
Okay, so, another thing, though, about that is, okay, if I'm Allie and I'm making this plea, it makes me a little bit nervous to oppose the HOH in that scenario.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you don't know with Kayla if she's like, well, then fine, I'm going to put you on the block and you're going home. Because she could have very well done that.
She could have.
And, you know, but we see Erica go up on the block, and as soon as she's up on the block, she knows she's cooked. She's extremely angry. She has a right to be.
I don't know. There was an argument that I was thinking of that she could have said. I can't remember what it was, though, but she didn't say it. She could have said something like, oh, I know. I was thinking that, why didn't she say something like, obviously, like, I'm gonna be going after Dayla.
Right.
So why didn't she say that? Like, you don't worry about it. I'm not going after you. I'm gonna be going after Dayla.
Right. I don't know. So let's count up the votes really quickly. So on the people that aren't on Dayla's side, you have basically everybody, right?
Yes.
So again, why wouldn't she say that? Say like, okay, they're in power right now, but if if you keep me, I'm going to win HOH because that's how this has happened, and then I'm going to gun after Derek and Kayla, and we can get rid of them.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't say I'm going to. I would say, like, if I win HOH, because that's the thing. Like, she's been such a strong competitor, and she came in, like, guns blazing and winning comps left and right because these people around her suck so much at comps that her reminding that she's going to win another one, like, that wouldn't be an argument. You wouldn't want that stuck in the voters' minds, you know what I mean?
If it's this immediate one coming up, it's good because it's like I'm most likely to win power, and I'm promising you with this power, I'm not going to come after anyone who isn't named Derek and Kayla.
Yeah, she got blindsided, man, and I really I hated it so much.
Yeah, I mean, twists are the only way you can really blindside anyone anymore. So like it's been a long time since I've seen somebody that's been shocked by a traditional backdoor. Because I have a feeling throughout the week that they're going up if the veto is being used. So in that sense, I don't mind it, but I do feel bad for Erica. It was post veto. There was nothing she could do to save herself. It's the night of. She can't really make.
Not only that, it's like she had like 15 minutes, if that, to gather votes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Man, it just like it's another I was talking about this yesterday. The LGBT community is really getting screwed over by these twists. So Anil had who was like a gay member in season 1. He got screwed over by the exact same twist, like Canada's veto.
Yep.
And then we had oh man, she was like, I'm so pissed off. And Kayla just so after she leaves, sorry.
Yeah.
I have so much going on in my brain.
No,
I need to slow down. So
that's
after the vote is revealed and Johnny voted to keep, so Johnny and Ryan voted to keep Erica, which I think was really bad for Johnny.
Yeah.
Like, Johnny is in so much trouble this upcoming week.
Yep.
Not only like just because that was putting a knife. So he wasn't on the right side of the vote, first and foremost. Secondly, because he voted out one of the only other people who are potentially his allies in the House. Oh man, this is so disappointing. This is so disappointing. So do you have any more that you want to add to that?
Yeah, there's a lot. So I was thinking about this, and I was thinking, okay, it's okay to be angry that this happened, but if you think about it, it was going to happen next week anyway. So like, there's no way that Canada doesn't use the twist. And they're not going to use the twist to not put up, an HOH isn't going to not put up a huge target like an Erica or a Johnny.
Okay, but the thing is, let's say that they had decided not to use it this week, and then next week, so like right now, let's say that Johnny wins or Erica wins, then that HOH would be the people that have the power. So Johnny and Erica would stay safe.
Yeah.
Kayla or Derek would be the ones Kayla would
or
be the
Allie.
Or Allie.
Like if Allie won power, if anybody not named Erica or Johnny, one of those two is going home next week. So with this twist existing in the first place, it's very likely that one of those two is going home as a result of this twist. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it definitely does. I think I'm just I didn't want Erica to go out like this.
No, I didn't either.
She deserves so much more, and I'm really disappointed.
She'll be an all-star. She'll be an all-star.
I would expect her to come back. Like, she's so popular, and like her eviction, as terrible as it was, like it made a really strong impact. So we all know that she's gonna come back. And the worst part, out of all of this is that after everything that she's done, like, I think that we all thought that she played such a great game so far. It was coming to fruition that she was going to be getting out sooner rather than later, but she's not even a jury member. Like that.
How is that a thing? Like, was jury mentioned at all this episode?
So it was mentioned at the very end, but I figured it out even before that because Arissa told Erica who voted to keep her.
Yep.
And so you're not going to be jury if the host tells you who's going to keep you or who voted to keep you.
Right. So we have a 7-person jury. Okay. I like that better actually. It's less of a mess when it's a 7-person jury.
I definitely agree with that. I'm just really sad that Erica's not going to get to be a part of it because she played such an integral part of this
the whole season. Yeah,
of the whole season so far. Like she won a third of the comps.
Yeah,
and she's not going to be in it whatsoever. And it's not like she was one of those controversial players where she was like making really like crazy moves. I'd probably say like her worst move by far was her voting out or putting up Marin rather than Marin
could have been an ally. Here's the critique of her game, and it's not very long. The critique isn't very long, but she didn't really realize who her allies were when she was making some nominations. Like, she could have pulled Ryan in and made him a number. She could have done exactly what you just said and put up Kayla and had Kayla out of the house. Because Dayla is not popular. Dayla,
no,
and they haven't been. They haven't been popular. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's interesting that the production chose not to show the conversation that happened. We talked about a little bit last night between Ryan and Johnny because I think that'll have a little bit of an impact on next week.
Yeah, I think that they ran out of time, which we should definitely get into that too, about like the HOH because they cut off the HOH competition.
Yeah. Again.
So, and this wasn't an endurance competition.
I know.
This wasn't a move the egg through the chicken wire and get 12 eggs over. It was a competition designed in the US for a double eviction HOH.
And they cut it off.
And they cut it off. And like, what? That's why are you making this like what's it called? Where cliffhanger. Why are you making this a cliffhanger after we've just seen this production this veto, Canada's veto that has screwed over this really important player in the game? And why are you continuing to do these things that are not helping that aren't helping the viewers at all? Like, we're still at this point in the season. If you're gonna come back, you're gonna come back. You shouldn't be getting like a whole bunch of viewers being like, "Oh, I just saw this episode and now I have to find out who the HOH is, so I'm definitely gonna come back." Like, no, at this point, we all know like if you're gonna be watching or not, because it's such a huge time commitment. Three episodes a week. Like, so that's another reason why I'm so pissed. Like, you shouldn't make the HOH when it is a freaking double eviction HOH. You should not make that as a cliffhanger.
Yeah. It's also bad for the show. It's not a very long-term looking thing because most of the viewership doesn't watch the feed, so they just watch the episodes. And when you don't have it clear who the HOH is, like, it doesn't make sense to hold this competition over till Monday or Tuesday or whatever the day is.
It doesn't.
Because you need to know after that huge player gets out how the power is going to shift. And like, it's very clearly, they made it very clear that this competition is going to get done quickly. So it just seems cheap to the viewers that you have to wait till Monday or Tuesday to find out. When all that's going to do is encourage people to Google spoilers. By the way, we both know who won HOH. We won't spoil it for you. We'll talk about it on Monday. But it's sad that a competition like this for HOH is not played out in its entirety. I could have gone without the Wendy's thing if I would have known that we didn't get to see the HOH comp at the end of the episode.
Or we could have gone with, I mean, like, I really like that Wendy's thing. We could have gone without the Allie. We could have gone, honestly, the Allie and Liv thing with the ding dong, as adorable as that is, we could have gone without that because that's how long it would have taken to finish the freaking competition.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, that 45 seconds to a minute. I'm so pissed I can't even say my words. Man.
Kelly is angry tonight. That's okay, though. That's okay.
It's been a bad episode for Kelly.
It has been. And, you know what's funny is I talked to Daniel before or when this episode was airing, and he was so upset that his top pick, Erica, is gone now. So he said, you know, pour one out for Erica. So we have to make sure that we when we're having our commiserating drinks tonight, that we have an extra one for Erica's game, because she really did play an amazing. She played an amazing game, and she will be an all-star. It reminds me of like any time a triple eviction happens, and somebody needs to go home, and it's kind of like Kevin's arc where he went home on the triple, so they brought him back. I think we'll see Erica again because she played too good of a game to.
Assuming there's another season.
But I'm going to assume that there will be a 7. I hope there's a 7 and I hope that we see. Yeah, I hope we see a 7, and I hope we see strong players rewarded for being strong players next
Definitely.
season.
Yeah, that would be really great. I do want to say, so you talked to Daniel, and that's kind of nice that he and I are on the same page about Erica and how disappointed we are. Lou, on the other hand, I was talking to him, and he was talking about how Kayla's his new favorite player because Erica needed to go. And I get what he's saying, that like Erica needed to go, and this was the best way to get her out.
Okay, and I'm sorry that Lou isn't here to defend himself. But there's no way Kayla gets credit for that. If I'm on the jury, Kayla does not get credit for Erica going just because she happened to be HOH.
I know, right? Like, I wouldn't give her credit for that either.
Anybody's gonna put up Erica in that situation, except for Johnny. So
exactly.
It's not like she made this great, wonderful game move that nobody was expecting once the twist happened. So Kayla doesn't get credit.
Just like how Cindy didn't get credit for putting Netta up.
Right. She's
like the HOH just because they pulled the trigger, Kayla was handed a loaded gun.
Yeah.
And so she's like, okay, I guess I'll pull this trigger on Erica's game.
I'm gonna get my hugest competition out for free with no blood on my hands. Great, you know.
Why she didn't like convince Johnny somehow to? It would have been way more impressive if she had convinced Johnny to use the veto. Been like, yeah, that's totally fine. I'll put up whoever. Not say Maddie, because we all know that Maddie is someone that Johnny's super invested in. Put up someone. Allie. Yeah, I'll put up Allie, and then that's turn it, and then actually put up Erica.
Yeah.
At that point, and then Erica gets, like, let's say that the twist isn't there. So it's Erica against Will. Like, Erica goes home, and that's for sure Kayla.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But no. Kayla's not getting it.
No, she's not getting it for me either. And to say that, and Luke will probably be on Monday to defend himself. I'm gonna make him. But to say that Kayla deserves any credit for that is ridiculous. And to say that somehow makes her a great player is even more astounding. She did do some great things this week. But yeah, she didn't rock the boat.
Well, Lou said earlier people need to stop hating, so I'm pretty sure that's what we're gonna be getting.
Yeah.
Oh man. I do want to talk about also how Erica went out. of this game. So after the vote came down, and
choice words.
The fallout. Oh man, that was amazing. Yep. Like she was thinking exactly what, or she said exactly what I was thinking.
Everybody was thinking, yeah.
Yeah, and did you notice that as she was hugging people, it became less and less of a hug until she got to Johnny and Ryan. Like those two, she hugged really strongly. But after the third person, it was just like a quick pat.
Yeah.
And then so she literally said like F you both.
Yeah.
Like F you both right now. And then Johnny chimed in too, which was really bad for his game.
Yeah. Why would
Johnny.
Ugh. I hate when players. I understand this hurts your heart because you grow close to players, but why would you do that if you're good? If you want to win the game, keep your mouth shut and be a robot. Go cry when you go to sleep at night and nobody can hear.
Oh man,
there's a time to be upset, and there is a time to be like, okay, Kayla or Derek might win HOH, or not Kayla. Derek might win HOH, and I might be in some trouble if I show my colors to the opposite side of the house.
I mean, but it was kind of already like, to be honest, Erica was put up because Johnny couldn't be put. I mean, Erica was put up because she was a strong person, but they wanted to get Johnny out and they couldn't. So they chose Erica instead as a second best person. So even if that does happen, like I don't think that it would necessarily affect Johnny's game when it comes to Derek and Kayla. But I do think that it might affect Johnny's game when it comes to other people. Yeah. I don't know. It was a really bad move for him. And then Kayla comes out and then says, "Well, you said you wanted Will gone. So are you telling me that you wanted Will gone instead?" And I'm just like, girl, oh my God. You are so trying to gaslight him right now. Like, that's not what he's saying at all. Shut your face. Like, you are so frustrating. Just get out of here. I just want to do like what Ika did in the diary room when she voted out Netta and be like, bitch, get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God. And like, I know that like I couldn't, if I'm in the house, like I couldn't actually say that. But if I was if I was experiencing that in real time and there was no game, like there would be very choice words. I wouldn't be fighting her because that I don't fight people, but there would be some I don't physically fight people. But there are some very choice words that I would be having with Kayla. I would want her out of my face. I don't want to be in the same town as her. Like she pisses me off to no end. Like not even the fact that, because I've been complaining about Kayla all week and how she's been playing this really, really snake in the grass kind of game, and like where she's turning on words of what she's saying, like what she did with Johnny and how she told Allie that Johnny said all these things about how she wanted her, how Johnny wanted Allie put up. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know what I'm just realizing? It's kind of nice to have a female game player that's kind of playing like this, where people aren't really coming on to it, that she's being so like.
You know who she's reminding me of right now?
What?
Paul. She's playing a very Paul.
Oh yeah.
But here's the thing. She has Derek as a shield. And she has more of a friendly relationship with all of the house, even though Paul had friendship bracelets. She has more of a friendly relationship. People don't think that she's mean-spirited at all.
I will say that she doesn't have people who think that she's mean-spirited, but I don't think that she has a better relationships in the house than Paul did, because Paul was basically masterminding the whole season. He was surrounded by sheep almost. Yeah,
that's due to the fact that he was a master manipulator. I don't think Kayla's that. I think that but I think that she's doing a good job with what she can. I feel like she does deserve credit for the week that she had up until this twist. But she doesn't get any credit for the twist.
No, she doesn't. And for that, I am thankful.
Yeah.
That is the only thing that is bringing me back, because I swear to God.
If I'm a Canadian, though, The one thing that I'm confused about is if Erica is so beloved, why use the twist on Ryan?
Because they didn't get it. They didn't freaking think about it, and production didn't like show who would be put up in replace of Ryan. Because production wanted to put on this sob story of Ryan like needs to be like they wanted the twist to be used sooner rather than later.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but what I'm saying is like, okay, so do you think Canada ever in any universe doesn't pull the trigger on the twist?
No, I think that Canada would always pull the trigger.
Okay.
Like I'm saying that it would have either happened this week or next week.
Yeah.
I'm saying, but what oh God, I don't think I've ever I would much rather have it have been used like next week, depending on who was going up, because I knew, like we all knew that Erica was going to go up and go home if the twist was used this week, and I didn't want that to happen, but. Because production didn't show more. They really should have. They should have shown more about who would be put up and potentials. Not even that for sure Erica would be put up, but like who would be potentially put up. That way the casuals could have known, like, okay, who might be going up in his place. So that way I know, is this something that I really want to use this week or next week? Yeah. And since Erica is so beloved I'm pretty sure she's beloved. Yeah. A lot of people are pissed off, so I'm pretty sure she's beloved.
Twitter and Reddit love her, and that's all. I mean, those are the two main metrics of house guest population relationship. But like, my argument then is like the same thing happens next week, unless Johnny is HOH
or Erica. Oh wait, so I mean, like you're talking about if the twist was there had not been used, or if the twist had been used.
If the twist hadn't been used,
so
the same thing happens if Johnny and Erica, unless Johnny and Erica are HOH, because Ryan is even gonna pull the trigger on Erica. He has to next week.
No, because Ryan would have gone home.
Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so
in this alternate universe, Ryan goes home, which is what I wanted. That way we could start to see some shots fly. And but you are right. So we would probably be, unless Johnny or Erica won HOH for this week, which they had a high probability of winning, considering that Ryan, who was going out, won like 2 or 3 of the HOH, or 2 or 3 of the competitions that that Johnny and Erica did not win.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I was going with this. I'm like frustrated. So I know where I was going with this. Erica or Johnny would have been out from this twist.
Yeah.
And like that, it makes me sad, because it shouldn't be. They deserve more than that. And maybe that's just me calling more for like this twist. I don't want to see this twist again.
Okay. Fair.
Because
yeah, that's fair.
I get why it's important, like, to have a twist like this, because you need to be able to take shots at big players. But I like these big players, and you know what? I'm gonna be selfish about this. I didn't want to see them go. I wanted to see them, even during a double eviction or a triple eviction. You still get a chance to fight for your life through competitions, and with this twist, like, you don't get it at all.
Right.
And it just makes me sad and pissed.
Yep, I get that. Absolutely. So yeah, we have. I mean, we're all very, very sad for Erica. It's going to be a less interesting house now that she's not in it. But we do have next week to look forward to. I would say probably the most interesting thing that can happen next week is we see a Ryan HOH and things kind of flip on their heads.
Or Johnny.
Yeah. Ryan and Johnny win HOH would make things really interesting.
Oh, it would.
Because I really think that Ryan learned his lesson, has really, really had a lesson hammered into him, that being I know everything Ryan is not very popular to the house guests.
Yeah. I think so too. And I think that it seems like Ryan really made some strides this week with connecting with Johnny. So I think that Ryan or Johnny would potentially be safe, like even under Ryan and HOH. Mm-hmm. He would be going after Dela.
Yeah.
So that would be nice.
Here's the one thing I'm confused about, right? So looking at the dynamic, would Will go after Dela?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, like he would, because Paris even talked about it during the episode. Yeah. He's Will said, Will told Paris, I really like Dela, but Johnny kind of wants me to go after them. So I think if I win HOH, I'm going to go after them because I don't want to be on the bad side of Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Will would definitely go after Dela.
Okay, and then Paris would... I mean, Paris wants to avoid all decisions all game. If she won power, she would go after Dela as well, right?
Probably. I mean...
Because, like, who else?
The only other person I could think of her going after would be Johnny or maybe Olivia. I don't know. Olivia and Allie, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see what happens now that Erica's not in the picture, with how these different dynamics kind of would take shape if you know, one of the clear duo doesn't get power. You know?
Yeah, that'd be really, really nice.
It would be. So we can all hold the candle to that possibility. Yeah. This was definitely an emotional episode for a lot of people. People had very strong reactions. We can see that with you, Kelly. This is not going to be. This is either you're going to love the twist, you're going to hate it. But most people didn't enjoy it very much. But you know, it opens the door to some new possibilities next week. And
it really does. I mean, even Hamza got the opportunity to fight for his life. Yeah, he lost that veto during the double.
Lost the veto. Yeah.
It was sad, but he got his opportunity. Like it just feels wrong. It doesn't feel okay. Like we're always going to be wondering, had Erica had the opportunity to like fight off the block, like even give her just like 20 minutes or like an extra half hour, right, or something.
Yeah.
It wasn't okay.
Yeah, because I feel like if she had an hour, she would be able to maybe use some of that social capital to her advantage, and really pull in the right people, and convince them to vote out Will.
Exactly, like saying, "Hey, I didn't put you up.
Right.
I got out Marin. Like I wasn't even close to putting you up.
Right.
And yet here we are."
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad one, but next week we have some new possibilities.
Yep. So whatever happens, Erica's not in the house.
We're at this point now. Who do you think is we heard Erica get asked this question? Who do you think is gonna win?
I don't care. No, I'm just. Oh man, I'm seriously though, like I'm getting really frustrated with this season, and it's not just from tonight.
Right.
Like they've gotten better when it comes to showing what's going on inside the house, like doing a more accurate portrayal. But the whole like cutting competitions off, uneasy competition like that one, that really it grinds my gears. So your question though of who I think will win the game now, I think that we might see someone like Olivia win the game.
Yeah, I think that's very, very possible. I think, okay, so my top 3 potential winners, it's changed a lot over the last couple of weeks, and that makes me sad. I want to see Johnny win the game. That's the person I'm rooting for. But I think we could very well see like an Olivia or a Paris win the game.
Yeah.
I think Paris has got a good shot. I think Olivia's got a good shot. I would be so disappointed if Olivia won Big Brother 6, or Big Brother Canada 6, because she, like the way she plays the game is just like, I'm just here, guys. It would be It'd be like if Andy won without doing the social work that Andy did.
Yeah, I get that. I'm starting to like her a little more and more though each episode, but I know what you mean.
Or a person, like
as a person, I guess more so than a player.
Yeah, there's a difference. Like I used to not. I couldn't stand Olivia, and now that's gone down to like, she's mildly annoying. But as a player, I can't point to anything and be like, "Ooh, that's a good game move." Or,
other than I'd say, I mean, like Hamza was at least kind of winning competitions.
Yeah, but she won that kind of in a fluky HOH, like double eviction HOH, where she was HOH for 5 minutes and she got Hamza out. Like, I don't know. Like,
that's when they should have gone after Erica, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, why wait for a competition when you can get her out due to a twist with no blood on your hands?
Seriously.
I mean, to be honest, like, even if I was best friends with Erica and I was HOH, I would take the shot. I would have to. You know, like, unless I wanted to go to Final 2 with her, which I don't know why.
Which you wouldn't want to.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone in the house would want to go to Final 2 with her. So you have to take the shot when you are afforded it. And this is the cleanest shot you can get.
Yeah. And Kayla still doesn't get credit in my book.
Oh. I wouldn't want credit for her if I had pulled the trigger. If I had pulled the trigger on the loaded gun, I don't get credit for killing her game because it's just, I mean, it's a twist, and that's what happens. But I hope to see her back for an all-star season of some variety. Even if Big Brother doesn't come back next season, I would love to see. Like, I've been campaigning for this all season long. I want to see a mixed Big Brother US, Big Brother Canada All Stars, and I want to see Erica in the fold, because I think her way forward would be a lot harder if she was a returning player. But I think she deserves another shot to win more money, probably.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. And you know what? Make her a part of a twist where her girlfriend, if they're still together at the time, enters the house with her, because apparently she's a bigger Big Brother fan.
Really?
Yeah. Like, Erica, before auditioning, had never seen the show before, and her girlfriend was like, "You need to audition. You would be good at this."
Oh.
So I would like to see them go in as a pair. As an interesting twist, and like get Kevin and Peely, and get a bunch of these people that are still together from BB Can and BBUS and make them fight.
I like it. I think eventually, I wonder if we get that for like maybe this season for 20 or maybe 25. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
Big Brother for 5 more seasons. I wonder. I hope it happens.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna, like, CBS. Let's see. CBS. Do you like to make money during the summer when there's no other programming on? Oh yes, I do. Sure. Yep, it's gonna happen.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Big Brother 20 or 25. I want to see all-star couples and get invite the Canadians down. It'd be fun.
So I think, unless you have anything else we want to say, Jacob, I'm doing a lot better after my ranting. Like, I'm a little more calmer now.
I'm glad we could have this therapy session.
Me too. So we'll be back on Monday with the HOH episode on whoever it is from that super intensive, definitely a 12-hour HOH competition. Oh man, I wonder why it's taking them so long.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. So we'll see who
probably are gonna be down when I chuck them. I bet
say that again.
I bet you the feeds are gonna be down once we get off. I bet you the feeds.
The feeds are actually, they're back on at this point.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was right before we started recording. I was looking on Reddit and it said that the feeds were back up.
Right.
So maybe at this point, I don't know if they're back on or not, or if they might have gone down, but they're up. So we know who won. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So we'll see you guys Monday.
Bye.